Hey, this is Dark Zell Kings 3.0, and today I am here to make a video on the top 5 characters that literally have been nerfed in this one patch. We had one patch, and there's a few characters, probably a bunch of characters that actually been nerfed. And it kind of changed the way how rank is now because you don't see these characters as much or anymore. So in a way, yeah. But there is some characters on this list that have survived, so let's get right into it. At number 5, I'm going to put Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, MUI Goku, and ETC, etc. Basically speaking, you're still gonna see these characters nonetheless. So that's why they're at number 5. But they all have one thing in common. They're Auto Spark. They all have an Auto Spark, and they're very strong characters. But technically, that's not going to unmotivate people as much to stop playing the characters. I will say that much right now, right here, right now. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta will always be used. Because now they just changed the way how they play. Now, when you go against a Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, it's Biosense into an Ultimate Impact now. Or a Big Bang Kamehameha. And then they don't really go into sparking mode anymore, in a way. So it's like, meh. Because their one thing kind of changed everything. That one thing kind of changed their whole playstyle. So in a way, it's like, meh. Why even worry about it at this point? Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta was mainly, people just hated him because of that one auto spark, because of how strong he was. And now it's harder to get it. It's like, hey, I don't have no problem with this. Don't get me wrong. He's still a pain in the ass to go against, but whatever. You know what I mean? It is what it is. He got a nerf. There's only so much you can nerf a actual powerful character into the ground. MUI Goku is on the same instance. He has a Wild Sense into a Auto Spark that gives a bunch of buffs. But it costs 4 skill counts, just like Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and all the other characters that have Auto Sparks now. The difference is, though, between these two characters is that, and realistically, if I really have to put it, one has an instantaneous move. So, meh. It's fine. It is what it is. Okay. Now I'm showcasing Jiren. Full power Jiren. Why? Full power Jiren is a very powerful character. One of the, I think, strongest characters in the game. I've literally put him at number 3 in my top 10 strongest characters in the game. And used. Super Saiyan 2 Kefla. I have not seen that many Super Saiyan 2 Keflas. I see base form Keflas more than Super Saiyan 2 Keflas. That is saying something. Change the way, literally this one patch changed the way how people literally see the characters. Rose Goku Black is a character I don't really see as much, honestly. But people still play him. And I'm glad that people still play him because I didn't think that people should have stopped playing him because he's really freaking good, in my opinion. But you're just not going to see as many of these guys because, the Auto Spark feature, and that's all they used to do on them. And without that, it's just it for them. At number 4 is Dr. Wheelo and Grade 8 Vegeta. Giants in general got a nerf. And that's the little smash attacks, you know what I mean? The smash attacks do less damage, but that's not actually why I'm here for these two. These two got a different type of nerf. And they got health nerfed. Because they're not actually, they shouldn't be as strong as what they're perceived to be. So why do they have so much health in the beginning? Well, Bondi, I don't know how to really pronounce it. Please, somebody in the comment section help me. What do you call it? They literally gave each of them a health nerf. So, technically speaking, Dr. Wheel is the weakest giant in the game, in nerf-wise. In health-wise, my bad. And Grade 8 Vegeta is, I believe he is second. He's the second weakest giant. So, they didn't have to have all that health because they are not powerful giants in reality. And that's okay. Dr. Wheelo still is a good giant, but he shouldn't be as good as what he is. That's all I gotta say on the instance. And Grade 8 Vegeta is more or less like, he's literally from the Saiyan Saga. The Saiyan Saga. He should not be that good. And another thing is, it kind of messes with them too because they both have auto sparks too, and it costs 4 skill counts now instead of 3. So it changes the way how these characters are, and it changes the way how you have to play now. Because if you truly want to play, you can't really be using your auto spark unless you know what you're doing. Just to lead up to that whole instance. So, yeah, that's what I gotta say about number 4. At number 3 is weak characters with super after image strike. Weak characters were not used at all unless on DP battles. But in this showcase, I'm only going to be showing Master Roshi because I believe he got the biggest hit out of all the weak characters. Why? Well, super after image strike only lasts for 10 seconds now. That's number 1. Number 2, you can be knocked out of super after image strike from I believe a perception counter, Z counter or something like that. I don't know exactly what it's called. But if you're knocked out of it, guess what? You can't use super after image strike afterwards. Yep, that right there. Boom. What he just did right there knocked me right out of my super after image strike and I can't use it anymore. Until I activate it again. Which, I mean, it only costs 3 skill counts, but it is what it is. Another thing is, since this character has false courage literally just got a nerf too. Now it costs 1 more skill count. It used to cost only 1. Now it's cost 2. This is why Master Roshi is literally the showcase guy on this. Like, don't get me wrong, I got other characters, but he was the number 1 of number 3. And I'm like, I really have to talk about him mainly. Because he got the biggest nerf. He did. He really did. But that doesn't make him he's not bad though. Relatively, he's not bad. You just have to literally not rely on his skills as much. Like, he still got 2 unblockables. You can still go into full power Master Roshi and gain the health back and go into this one. I mean, honestly, you're gonna be fine. Relatively, in my honest opinion, you're going to be just fine. It's just, you're not gonna see as many Master Roshis, and that is perfectly okay. It is what it is. I mean, the only times when you're really gonna see a Master Roshi is in DP battles. And, that's number 3 right there. At number 2 is Super Vegito. What? Doesn't he have super after image strike? Why wasn't he in the last one? Well, this is way different. Super Vegito is actually a very strong character. The problem is with him is that people rely too much on his super after image strike. Now that you can cancel it, only lasts 10 seconds, what does this make of this character now? His transformation is useless because I'm going to tell you the reality of Super Vegito. Y'all use them for one thing. Okay? Me, I like Super Vegito because I am a Super Vegito fan. But I never really used Super Vegito in this game because it's like, damn. One of his skills is like something I don't really mess with. Like, I don't like super after image strike like that, bro. So it's kind of hard for me to really get myself in that. But y'all, oh yeah, use super after image strike, lasts for 15 seconds. You couldn't get knocked out of it. The only thing that can knock you out of it is not really knock you out of it, but people can damage you with Key Blast and a Fro. That was really it. There was literally this one time, dude, in the beginning of the game, somebody literally posted a video of how super after image strike literally saved them from the raccoon ultimate. And dude dodged it 20 times. Now since that's all gone kinda, in a way. Not really all gone. You still can do it, but if somebody knocks you out of it, they're going to take advantage of you. Nothing more. You are now just a strong character with no real substance at this point. Now you really have to learn how to play the game. At number 1. This pains me to say this. It's Bardock. The number 1 is Bardock. I believe Bardock took the biggest hit in the game from one thing. And that is Shockwave of Rebellion. Now, don't get me wrong. He technically got a buff too. It's called Saiyan Spirit. Saiyan Spirit used to cost 3 skill counts. Now it costs 2. Guess what? He got Saiyan Spirit. So he gets a better buff. But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm here to talk about his bread and butter. And that was Shockwave of Rebellion. Shockwave of Rebellion was so good, right? It was a repulse. I believe it's a repulse. You can do it in the middle of somebody's attacking you almost. And you can literally do it in under a second. Shockwave Rebellion was so freaking good, right? That you can literally do it while you're in the combo, bro. That is so good. And you get auto spark off of it. It's not a buff, but you get auto spark. Nonetheless, that was the best auto spark in the game, no doubt. And guess what? It is now the most expensive auto spark in the game. It costs 5 skill counts to pull off Shockwave of Rebellion. Which means you have to sacrifice literally, I believe, all your skill counts to do one thing. There's not that many Bardock players anymore, guys. I think that's done almost. And it's sad because this is one of the characters I wish they just left alone. Just give him the Saiyan Spirit and just let his Shockwave of Rebellion be what it is, bro. Like, keep it at 4. Like, dude, that's kind of crazy to me. Because he's not a very powerful character. But that's just how the game is sometimes, you know? You can't really, I mean, you gotta take away a few other things just to make things better and blah, blah, blah. You gotta nerf things, then buff things in. That's just how the game is going to be. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm really loving this patch all around though, nonetheless. I mean, sure, the Bardock thing is like the saddest thing to me, but it is what it is. I mean, I played Bardock. I personally did, and I really do like him, and I might make another video on him once I get to where I need to get to. But yeah, I'm gonna leave it off right there. Anyway, this is going to conclude the end of the video. Oh my gosh. Whew. This was a good one. This was a good one. Sorry. Telling myself that was a good one or something. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you like. Tell me what you agree with. Tell me what you didn't disagree with. Tell me anything. Let me know how it was your day. Anyway, Dark Zell Kings 3.0 is out. See you in the next one. Peace.